Hello everybody and welcome back to Killer Gaming. My name is YesDA and this is this week's Killer News. Today we're going to be talking about a range of topics from Ubisoft new announcement game to Titanfall, and I know a lot of PS4 owners are probably not watching this based on the fact that they ain't got an Xbox One, or maybe you have both. But anyway, there's a number of topics to talk about here. Very, very interesting indeed. So first up, out of the blue, co-founders of Burnout, the original series on I think Xbox, the original, like just Xbox when it first came out. That's when I particularly played it, when I had an Xbox. Burnout Paradise, was it? Or was it just Burnout? Burnout somewhere or other. Anyway, the racing car game, and I'm not a big fan of racing games at all. And not to say that Gran Turismo is a crap game or anything, it's a very good game, but I don't enjoy it, I don't play it. I bought it, paid full price actually. It was good, but I didn't stick with it long term, and so to me it was a waste of money. Again, not saying that it is a bad game, and I know that's very, very popular with a lot of racing car fans, and or maybe Need for Speed is your cup of tea. Again, it is not for me. I do not particularly enjoy those, but Burnout was one of the series that I did enjoy. Now, the co-founders of Criteria Games, who made the Burnout series, have said they're working on a spiritual successor. Now, they left their company and left the rights with Burnout with EA. EA haven't done nothing with it, and I think they did do a game, and I think they tried to make it like Need for Speed. I didn't particularly enjoy it. I'm not too sure, but either way, I remember not liking it, not compared to the original. So this was now Burnout. How did it set itself apart? Well, it was crazy cars, obviously, racing and stuff like that, obviously. But you could also crash into traffic and everything on purpose. There was modes where you had to crash into traffic, and how much damage you did in like breaking cars, smashing it up. You earn money that way, or awards or achievements, whatever you want to say. So the idea of making a new one isn't a bad idea. I'm surprised it's taken this long. I know, but it's just going to be a spiritual successor, so I don't know what they're actually going to call it. Um, so yeah, they actually tweeted that they're going to make a game with lots of traffic and lots and lots of crashing, so that pretty much, confirms, they have, like I said, the spiritual successor. That's going to come in 2016 or 17. They're going to start making it. I can't really remember the date exactly. I'll probably tweet about it eventually. Titanfall passes 10 million um, sales, which I'm very surprised at. Now, I suspect the main part, alright, now look, to jump in a mech and kill people and all that kind of stuff is pretty cool. Setting yourself apart from the FPS first-person shooter genre is, okay, pretty cool and unique. I personally didn't have an Xbox One, so I didn't pick it up, and I had no story mode, and again, I wouldn't have picked it up anyway, based on that criteria. And I know from a lot of people that have spoken about it have said it got boring very quickly and they haven't bothered. It only launched with 8 to 10 maps, and they pretty much wanted paying money out for it all straight away, you know what I mean, or you got bored within about a month of it. And the reason I mention it though in particular is that it is coming to multi-platform. uh, Even now, if I pick up an Xbox One in front, or today and have one in front of me, Titanfall would be one of the last games I ever think about picking up. It with Gears and Halo. So the idea of, it's coming to multi-platform, they're trying to monetize the game. I understand that, but at the same time, I'm not really interested in it, and I don't think I'll be picking it up either way. I say that now, but for the most part, I believe that it'll stay that way. I'd like to see a story included. That would have been maybe a reason to pick it up, and then just the multiplayer I jump on and off, as it were. Um, but yeah, so multi-platform, meh, whatever. Not really bothered about it. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, the file size is just going to be over 40 gigabyte. Now, for the not much to say here, to be honest with you. Assassin's Creed are good games anyway, and the last two I played in Black Flag and Unity, it was about 30 gigabyte. 40, 28, 35, you know what I mean? So on average, yeah, I'll just delete one of the other games just to give you an idea of the file size. Now, I've been playing EA's Battlefront. Now, DICE have said that there will be no microtransactions in the game, which is a fantastic news. I was wondering how they're going to monetize this game, considering the fact that it is multiplayer only. Alright, you're going to have maps, DLC, that's standard with any particular multiplayer game these days, to help monetize it, but they do have these microtransactions now incorporated, getting more and more. So I'm surprised to see EA, you know, EA out of all people saying they're not going to have this. You play the game and you complete challenges to earn credits, and that's how you unlock stuff. It is simply, you know, that is how you unlock stuff, and it's based on your own performance. I have been playing it. I am very impressed with the graphics on PS4. PC, I have seen someone playing it on PC, but then again, the level I was watching was complete white snow. Like, what am I supposed to say? Oh, look at the snowflake. No. So, if anything, I might have to look at that again. It was a 980 the guy was using, but you know, not that I was thinking about picking it up on PC anyway. But I'm enjoying it. They got survivor mode and PvP, or player versus player. I have been enjoying player versus player. It's tougher than Battlefield, considering the fact that I thought it was just going to be a reskin. The universe looks fantastic. I don't know a lot about Star Wars, but the maps look great. It feels like an epic battle kind of scenario. And if a lot of Star Wars fans, I mean, for me, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I said this in my first impressions video that you can watch on my channel as well, that I don't know a lot about Star Wars, so I don't know how true to form it all is, so I can't really comment on that. But at least in my opinion, if I'm enjoying it and I'm just a casual when it comes to Star Wars game specifically, because of its you know, Star Wars, I suggest it's a must play for a lot of Star Wars fans. So yeah, I'm liking it. I don't know how long I'll stick with it, but I'm gonna upload some more videos later on today, or maybe the weekend after I upload this video to more PvP, because I was doing survival mode, which is very fun. I did enjoy it. It was quite intense. Ubisoft next up is Ubisoft. Now they have announced their next game is Far Cry Primal, now, which is essentially Far Cry 5, but they're calling it Far Cry Primal, and they're breaking away. And there's a lot to say on this, actually. I'm very impressed with their ability. Now, they knock out a lot of games quickly in Assassin's Creed and yearly, you know what I mean, year after year, which I'm always skeptical of, but they do it, you know what I mean, like Call of Duty. So, you know, they've got credibility there. So the idea that they're talking about this Far Cry Primal game releasing on February 23rd, they've already put a date out, February 23rd, 2016. I'm very impressed. It is an open world game set in the Stone Age. I was wondering what they were going to go with originally, what kind of era, you know, they were going to go with. And Stone Age sounds pretty cool, and it's got everything there. The story of Far Cry 4 wasn't great, but I mean, wasn't like the best, but it was okay. And the main bad guy was pretty funny, and I did enjoy. I can't remember his name, but I did enjoy the main bad guy in that particular game. But the story, like, you know, I was there to bury his mother or whatever it was, you know what I mean, weren't all that. But there you go. But hey, I'm interested. I even platinumed the game, so you know what I mean. I did enjoy it. I got about 80 hours of playtime out of that. So reading some details here. Open world set in the Stone Age, set in the year 10,000 BC. Follows a character called Qatar, a seasoned hunter. He's the last in his group. And of course, like the last game, you get to craft weapons from dead animals, hunt for food, master fire, and fight other tribes. Animals include woolly mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, and you also get a tiger, I believe, for a companion. That's probably later on in the game. But that's fantastic. It sounds brilliant. I have seen the trailer. The graphics are beautiful, typically. I can't wait to play it. I've got to be honest with you. I paid full price for the last game, and it was well worth it at £50, and I got 80 hours gameplay out of it, and I platinumed it. It was that fun, you know. And yeah, there were grinding stuff in it, but that's part of any game. And you know, it was just a fantastic game, and I plan on picking it up. But you know, this is one of a franchise, one of the very few franchises that I can simply say to you right here, right now. Pick that game up day one. You will not regret it. Especially open world. And I'm not a big open world fan. They intimidate me a lot, or have done in the past. So I'm already hyped up for this, and I'm already looking forward to 2016. Okay, what's next? And finally, Fallout 4 specs for PC. Well, the PS4 and Xbox One, you need 28 to 35 gigabytes of hard drive space. Depending on where you live, based on the language that you want to support, which is very odd, considering the fact that wherever you are, that you're going to have you know, the language. I mean, why does it matter? If I live in England, it's going to be 28 gigabyte. If I live in Japan, it's going to be 35. I don't really understand the premise of that. I've never heard or seen that explained or put that way to me before. Why would it matter? But whatever, I don't know. PC specs. Now, the minimum and there is the recommended. Now, minimum is Windows 7, 64-bit and up, Intel i5 core, 8 gigabyte of RAM, and 30 gigabyte of hard drive space with an NVIDIA GTX 550 Ti, 2 gigabyte uh, space on that. So that is a GTX 550 Ti for minimum. Now, recommended Windows 7 and up, again, Intel i7, 8 gigabyte and 30 gigabytes of space with a hard drive, 30 gigabytes of hard drive space. And now the graphics card for this, for the minimum is, I mean, for the recommended is GTX 780. That's funny actually, because I've got a 960, so I'll be able to run it in. That's pretty good. So that's they're recommended. So it's not too bad. If you have got an older PC, you probably are going to struggle with it a little bit, but you can always upgrade a hard drive. I mean, not hard drive, the graphics card if you know someone to do it, or maybe you take it to, if you live in the UK specifically, take your PC maybe to PC World, and you can pay them, I think, to have it done if you're looking to upgrade. I believe. I'm not too sure on that, but that's what I was told by someone. So go to PC World, take your PC, so you want to upgrade to a better graphics card and what have you. They tell you the components that you will need, and then you'll have to pay to have them do it. But at the same time, it's going to save you from buying a brand new PC. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you've got the knowledge to do it yourself, then by all means go ahead. I haven't personally, so I'm just giving you an easier option there. But that's about it for this week's Killer News. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. And the question of this week, are you excited for Fallout 4? Are you excited for Titanfall? Do you want to play out on the PS4? Or what about Primal, Farcry Primal? I personally am very excited for it. Please let me know in the comment section below what games you're excited for coming out this week, or well, next month as well, and 2016. But yeah, thanks for watching, and follow me on Twitter, Killer Gaming 01 on Twitter. I'll leave that in the link in the description below, as well as my Facebook as well. And yeah, I'm going to do a simulation video after I've uploaded this of Chelsea season, so stay tuned for that. And more Battlefront news coming on the weekend as well of PvP, and you'll get to see me playing against other players. Little bit of a hint, I kind of suck at it at this point in time, but I get better. So thanks for watching.